Hey everybody, welcome back to Dicey Decisions RPG. We, collectively, on this screen, are zeros to heroes. Um, but please don't forget that we stream on Friday nights at 7 with Dicey Decisions RPG Twist of Fate, which we are... I don't know how to summarize it. It's a multi-dimensional multiversal experience. Um, we are currently at the center of all things. so, but tonight we're playing Zeros to Heroes, and we have switched over our characters to the new rules. And so some of the particulars may have slotted around and changed a tiny bit. We'll see as things reveal themselves if that happens tonight. Um, we'll just see. So fingers crossed, and if we have to stop and navigate around a few hurdles, we can certainly do that. So, last session, we left our heroes sleeping off their forest excursion. They had rescued an injured, tiny person with green skin and wings, as well as her companion, a long-eared hound, and they brought them back to Gladewell, and they're currently stashed at Rip's little hobbit hole in the hill, under the care of Pocket. And other people left to sleep at their various homes or do various things. And we're going to pick up with Rip as the night comes to a close. And by the way, Rip awakened in the middle of the night to find this little green person at their side by the fire.
Yeah.
And both comforting the sleeping hound and whispering to some unseen thing. So right now, Rip is dreaming of food, dancing and swaying to a lullaby, cooked eggs and bacon, do a jig with warm toast and a stick of butter. As they dance around the little tablecloth, Rip feels themselves warming and warming, and Rip's eyes flutter open. The sunlight streaming through the window onto the floor, the smell of roasting potatoes and onions in a skillet, and Pocket, Rip's uncle-ish, is humming a soft tune as they slide a fresh loaf from the oven. Well, well, slug-a-bed, you look hungry?
I am. Where's the dog? And the girl?
Oh, they're still sleeping soundly.
Oh.
It appears the hound has found its way to its young lady, young creature.
Oh. Okay, well that's good.
They both seem to be resting peacefully.
That's great. I had some weird dreams. I'll talk to my friends about my weird dreams. Can I have some
Of
breakfast?
course. It almost ready. Would you like to go wake our guests?
Oh yes. And Rip's gonna run off to the quarters where they are staying and stop right before the door and kind of brush myself off. And then give just a little finger tap. Tap, 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 tap.
No answer.
Are you guys in there? Are you guys awake?
Still no answer.
Going to creak the door open just enough to see.
You see the
see them all.
dog curled up on the floor, kind of its tail thumping, and its head is still resting on its paws. It's looking up at you. And the little green woman, her wings folded kind of over laying on her back, but her wings are folded over her chest. Seems to be sleeping, a little bit of glistening at the corner of her mouth, snoring.
Oh, okay. Hey, bud, do you want breakfast?
As you speak, she bounds out of bed. Her wings are open and she's hovering over the bed, her eyes wide. Oh, I thought I. Uh, good morning to you. Good morning.
Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. I come bearing breakfast. Pocket's almost got breakfast ready downstairs if you guys are hungry.
Quite hungry. I'll be out. She looks around. I guess I've got no. Yeah, I'll come eat. It's. I guess I'm hungry. I guess I could eat.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah. Oh, she yawns. Oh, thank you for your hospitality. We be
You're
most gracious.
you're really welcome. We're gnomes. We love visitors. We're glad you're here. Did you sleep okay?
Aye, we slept. It's hard to think when you're awoken so quickly. She looks at the window. It's late. I I've slept. I've slept in far too late. But we're very hungry. And she comes flitting out the door. She's about your size, maybe a little bit smaller.
Go back down, have some breakfast. Um, I will take a plate from Pocket and hand it to her first, and then take a plate for myself, and then Pocket, I'm sure, will fix the dog some food as well.
Yeah. Pocket brings a bowl full of steaming something. It smells to rip like it's meat, cooked meat. But as he walks up, the little green woman grabs it and shovels some in her mouth, um, and starts eating that. She takes the plate from you and sets it on the floor by the dog,
Oh, okay.
and she's
Okay.
starting to eat the dog food. Pocket says, "Oh,
Oh,
hold, please. That was intended for." He looks at the dog. Um, I, very well. Very well. He turns around and he takes some eggs that he was cooking and slides them on his little spatula down onto the dog's plate, and so now they're both eating.
I'm gonna lean over to Pocket and say, "Must be some kind of custom. I don't know,
Uh,
dietary differences."
yeah. So as the girl finishes with chunks, she'll stick her hand down, and the dog will lick off her hand all the grease, and then she'll go right back after it. So he's licking off the grease as she eats. Um, so Rip, anything you want to do before we switch off to the other various people and see what they're up to?
Um, no. While we do that, after Rip finishes eating, they're gonna go and spend some time in the forest behind Pocket's house,
Okay.
doing magic things. Okay,
Okay.
private
Uh,
magic things.
sure. Meanwhile, Pocket is tending to the remaining cuts and scrapes and bandages on these two creatures and the little green lady and the dog, the hound. Rip disappears out the back. Was anybody intending to come over to Rip's house first thing?
Yes. So
Okay.
Fern had hoped to leave right before the sun came up and go back.
Okay. Oh, okay. So I wonder why Fern wasn't there when everybody woke up.
I think
That's my fault, but let's figure out
no,
why.
it's okay. So Fern was had kind of unintentionally drifted into a meditation, thinking about the spiders and trying to kind of piece things together. And so instead of leaving when she wanted to, she was just kind of lost in a meditation with her eyes closed, sitting on the windowsill.
Oh, on the windowsill.
Hmm.
Remind us whose windowsill that was?
It was Stony's.
Okay. And so Fern catches herself awakening with a weight in her lap. And as you come out of your meditation, there is a chipmunk curled up in your skirts or your whatever you're wearing on your lap.
A chipmunk? Where did you come from? I
He stirs and stretches his little body, stretches out long and shakes himself and looks up at you and then bink, 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 hops down your knee to your boot and then onto the ground and scurries off.
I am glad to see that at least one of the creatures of the forest are still here.
So, Stony, do you think a disturbance on your windowsill would have awakened you?
It's possible.
Would you like
He's
to
used
roll
to
a
wake.
perception check to see?
Sure would, and good thing that he's really good at those. Apparently he is. That is a... Hold on, I actually gotta pull up my modifier here. That is a 15.
I would say that's pretty good. So, as you wake, you see a shadow move across your window, and you look out and see someone is sitting on your windowsill.
Someone or something?
Someone?
Must be one of the barn animals wandered over here. He goes over and taps on the window. When I find out which one of you has escaped your pen, you will be severely punished.
Fern makes a noise like a horse.
Can you see him come up to the window, Fern?
Um, I don't know. Are your curtains drawn?
So he normally has them closed, but they're sort of like see-through. They're like opaque, so he's not exact. He sees a figure, so he's not exactly sure.
Okay.
I guess the question is, do you want to be seen, Fern, or do you want to disappear?
Fern wants to disappear. I don't know if she's going to be successful though. Let's see.
Okay, then roll a stealth to disappear off the ledge.
And I would like to
13.
roll an insight against
Okay.
that.
Go for it. 13, huh?
Yes.
Oh, that's a 2.
No.
So Fern
Okay.
kind of almost falls off the ledge, catches herself on the ground, and
Mhm.
sneaks off. Stony, you definitely saw it was a person. It was a humanoid figure that dropped off your ledge.
What in the hells? He will open his window and look out.
Fern has started making her way back to Rips.
Okay, there's nobody out there. No horses, no nothing.
Peculiar.
How fast are you moving, Fern?
Uh, she would have scurried away from the window pretty quickly, but after that she would have slowed down. She missed her the time frame she wanted to be there, so now she's just kind of taking stock of the town around her as she's walking and taking things in.
Totally understood. Now, I would imagine that that Pocket wakes up just before dawn every day. He's up early, got lots of puttering around to do. So this would be really, really early, right at daybreak. Would anyone else be up this early? And there's only two other people. Certainly not, uh, by the looks of it, not Sunny. Would Pieta be up at dawn?
Um, he was extremely exhausted, so he is sleeping harder, as hard as a rock, harder than he's probably slept in a while. Because it's a comfy old bed that he's used to, and um, he's at the luxury of being woken up by May because he did not set any like alarm type deals.
Okay. And May's definitely going to let you sleep in, knowing that you probably need it. And she's going to have some big breakfast for you because you're far too thin.
Nice.
Stony, would you be rushing out or would you be taking your time to eat with your mother, catch
Stony
up?
doesn't rush anywhere.
Okay. Then
Yeah,
we will go ahead.
no, he gets up,
Okay.
eats breakfast, and mentions a strange figure on the roof, and if they heard anything.
Then we're going to go back to Rip's hole in the side of the hill, where Fern is quickly scampering over there, realizing I'm late.
Yeah.
Fern,
Um,
as you get there, you see a window on the side opening and the little green person crawling out and sees you and quickly jumps back inside.
it's okay. Uh, why are you here? May I ask?
She's crawled back in. I don't mean to disparage your generosity, but I we've got to get moving. We got to get moving. We got to report. We got to go find the cause of the. Oh no, I've said too much. Just gotta leave. Just gotta leave. That's all.
The cause. We're trying to find the cause of something as well. Perhaps we could help each other.
Oh, I greatly appreciate your helping me and helping Kleps. But I don't know. Roll a persuasion check, please, Fern.
It's a 15.
Rip, how far away are you? Would you have heard this talking outside the house in the front?
No, I don't think so. I think I probably, being on the back side of the house and a little bit into the woods, I don't think I would have heard any of this.
Okay. So
Just
with a
out of earshot.
15, this creature pauses and she says, "My manners. I'm fighting my manners versus my job. We be very late, and uh, there'll be hell to pay. Well, not hell, but there'll be. I've said too much again." But she crawls back inside, and stays inside. She says, "Not yet, Clips. Not yet, Clips." What does Fern do?
Fern is gonna kind of perch on the edge of the window and kind of look at her. Um, well, if you need to go, are you going back into the forest?
Aye, we be searching, and oh, I feel like it's too late. I don't know. I I'm like, this is. Oh, what can I tell her? This is. I'm like a. Oh, I think we got to be going quickly. Quickly.
Well, pause. Uh, the last time you went, you found yourself in a cocoon. Um, do you think it might be more helpful if we all went together? I mean, we're also trying to find something. And you are a very long way from home, if you don't mind me saying. So
Aye, we be far,
perhaps,
far. Not even in the
yeah,
same realm. Aye,
I know. How did you get here?
I couldn't ask you for your help in such a situation like we're in. I can't imagine that that you could. Oh, what'll she say? Oh, I we were sent. We were sent. We be here on the goodness of my lady, the graciousness of my wonderful lady. She's looking around. Roll an insight check. As her eyes are rolling side to side as she's saying these things.
It's an 18.
18. She looks scared.
Hmm.
She looks like she is saying this stuff to appease whoever she has says she has failed.
Fern is going to jump into the room and kind of crouch down so that she's more on her level and hold out her hand and just kind of show an offer of peace and friendliness and no harm. And she's going to say, I don't know who opened a portal for you to come, but that is not for me to know. What I worry about is your safety in the woods. And I hope that you will think about letting us come with you. I think we could be helpful to you as much as you could be helpful to us. And at least you know that you can trust us. I hope that we can trust you.
A sly smile crosses her face. She says, a mortal? Trust in one such as I? I don't believe it. But I'll tell you what'll do. We'll wait. We'll wait for one span of the sun, and when that span has passed, we shall leave. If you and your companions would be so kind to come with us and show and search. I don't know how you'll help me. I don't know how we'll be traveling or anything, but if you'd like to, I could possibly. There's a chance that I'll will I'll be speaking with you. If you're here, if they're here by one span of the hand. And by that she means like 30 minutes or an hour, whatever.
Okay. Let me round them up. I am trusting you.
Trust of a mortal.
This means a lot. Don't let me down. And she goes out the window and starts running off to kind of collect Sunny and Stony and Pieta.
Okay. All right. Meanwhile, Stony is awake. Where are you going to head to, Stony, after you've taken your leisurely breakfast?
Well, while he's excuse me, foreshadowing. While he's eating breakfast, he is writing a letter, uh, on the table, and it's addressed, to the Alabaster Lyceum. It has, you know, the basic gist of what he's writing is, the situation, um, in the sense that, like, the problem is much larger than they had let on, and that basically, um, we might need backup because, or he might need more time. He wasn't given a time frame, but um, the scope of which this problem has become is way out of proportion to the level of urgency that was first initiated in the letter. And he's going to take the time to walk into town and hand it to Nam Dragulo.
Okay. Who will... I'm trying to think of what Nam would do. He'll say, I really don't have the time for this. I'm sure you understand. I can send this forward, or I could deal with it myself. Shall I read your missive?
Just send it, if you will. I've detailed plenty of things that need to be done about the spiders in the forest. It is much larger than it needs to be, and, well, whatever they decide to do, it is out of my hands. I shall do my best to do my job, as it is now. And you do what it is you do best, which is send it on its way, or write more letters, to the effect of more help from
Let me
others.
ask you this. Is there, do you think, an issue that can be simply satisfied by adding more soldiers?
No.
And then why, oh pray tell, why should you be trusted to take care of this problem? I don't-
Why?
Yes, this is why I ask.
It is because that I am a specialist. Of course they are trying to get me to go. They're trying to increase my experience. They finally realize my genius, and my field research will prove results. Now, whether or not they want that down faster will be up to them. I will certainly continue to do my best, but just in case that I, well, fail, maybe like 0.01% chance, they might as well know. So, there you have it.
Oh, very well. And what do you intend to do next?
I intend to problem solve. I already have a team together, and they are quite capable. Yes, capable. And soon I will have more to the effect of whether or not we were successful or not, at least for the day. I shall visit you tomorrow. I shall take this problem head on today, and from there we shall see where we stand tomorrow.
I don't need daily check-ins from you, nor your compatriots. I just need the problem dealt with. When you've figured it out, or have further answers other than just speculation, please come back and I'll see what I can do. Until then, I shall be sending an accompanying letter questioning your aptitude, if that's a word.
He squints his eye, and he very gently takes his letter back. And he says, very interesting. Maybe I shall deliver this letter myself.
By all means, there's no reason to send it since you've found nothing and can help me in no way.
Like I said, my findings are in the letter. It is a status report. We must record every process. Surely you must know this as the postmaster. But I'm not here to discuss philosophies of jobs that we must do. We must do them regardless of whether or not we can do them or are capable of doing them. Except in my case, I am very quite capable of doing the things that I am told to do, so I shall have this problem resolved today. You may expect it so. So,
Oh,
ta-ta. Have a good
I
day,
think
if you can
I've
have one.
completely messed this up, guys. Namdragulo is the wizard, right?
Yes.
Mhm.
I was thinking it was the guy in the with the Duke with the
Oh, Damon Roche Blue.
yes.
Wait a
Darn.
second.
Okay, that's
You're
I was
not
thinking
totally
John.
whatever
different.
he does, he's gonna
You're
do
not
slowly.
Non Draculo. Hang on a
No.
moment. I've been talking to the wrong person. Give me back that
Okay,
letter.
exactly.
Who are you?
I'm
Get out
so
of my
sorry.
face.
I've got to retcon this because I just I don't know, guys. I'm a little sick and my brain isn't as sharp as it's supposed to be. So you walk into the post office. I'm sorry.
Or the wizard. He's
The
like
wizard,
it's like the
right?
wizard post. I forget what you call. Hang on, I have it.
Super slow talker. Yeah,
Yeah, that
he's
one.
the guy who sends messages. Hi.
Ah, my old friend Nandragulo. Finally, so glad to meet you. I met this very strange impersonator along the way. He talked very fast, and at first I was suspicious, but he looked a lot like you. So sorry about that. I have this letter for you. I need you to send it to the Alabaster Lyceum. It is a status report detailing most of the important parts of the experiences trying to dispatch the spiders in the forest. However, this problem seems to be a bit more bigger, larger, enormous than what was provided in the details in the original letter that I was received, in which there were not very many details, but I know how those things go, so, where was I? Oh, yes, here you are.
Yeah. Well, we're open today and sure. Um, would you like me to send this um as a message, which means I'll have to read it out loud and send it, or you know, put it in a mail card and have it delivered on paper. Is that
You can decide whether or not you want to do it either way. Neither is urgent. I just figured, a letter in advance, just detailing whatever. I'll let you decide. This is your job, not mine. I wouldn't want you to
well, it
deprive
would
you
be
of your pleasant work of writing away the day near candle, sending messages that are far more
would
important.
would
Yes.
would you mind if I, you know, opened it and read it out loud or
You may read it aloud at your own pleasure. I must return to my own duties. That is dispatching the spiders in the forest. Very
yeah,
clearly written
I
on the letter sent to
think
me. Not very many
should
details from the Alabaster
I
Lyceum, nor from you.
charge you
Oh,
or
Fern
should
runs
I
money.
in.
build
She
the
just
Lyceum?
found Stony outside of this tower. And she's grabbed his hand and she's like, "We have to leave. Do
Ah,
whatever you need to
oh,
do. Come on."
okay. Don't stop it. Stop touching me. I can run myself. Okay.
As you guys disappear, you just hear, I guess I'll just build the Lyceum. Okay, so you guys are off to Rips.
Yes.
Yes.
Again, folks, I apologize for that giant slip up. And now we're finally on the way over to Rip's house. Fern is pulling Stony by his hand, and he's telling her to let go.
Stop it.
Um,
I can run myself.
Well, right now you're not running fast enough, so I'm going to pull you.
Could we could just go and grab the horses? We're running by the farm.
Fine. That is faster. Grab a horse, grab two. We have to pick up Pieta and Sunny on the way.
Okay.
Time is of the essence. This is not one of those times for you to dawdle, Stony.
I understand. I don't dawdle. I'm going. I'm going.
Okay. So, off you guys ride. Who are you going to pick up first?
I believe Sunny is probably closest.
Still sound asleep.
That's okay.
She is
Okay, you knock
sleeping
on her
with Grim
door.
tucked into her. Oh, do you go to the window or would you go to the door?
Oh, good question.
I think Fern would go to the window because she doesn't want to have to deal with other people. She just wants to get Sunny out of the room. So she's gonna go pound on the window and get her up.
Sunny! Sunny!
Sunny is sleeping with like a big blanket just completely covering her, and she like throws it off, and she has Grim tucked underneath her arm, and she looks out the window. What are you all doing out there?
We have to go to Rips very quickly. Can you grab your stuff? And there's a horse. Come on. Through the window. We don't have time for the door.
Okay. Is someone dying? Okay. And Sunny goes and starts like gathering her backpack, trying to put on her clothes as quickly as possible, and be like, "Oh my gosh, Grim, what's happening?" And she goes over to the windowsill and like tries to lift herself up, and then like somersaults out, and then lands on her back. I'm ready.
Ferd is gonna try to like help her up onto the horse behind her.
Oh, thanks.
Oh, have you eaten breakfast?
But it doesn't.
It's the most important meal of the day.
Literally just woke me up.
On the way, Stony, on the way.
All right.
So you go toward
Breakfast,
Pieta.
though.
Okay.
Do you
Pieta
have
also
do you have
still sleeping.
snacks that you can give her?
Oh, of course. Yeah, I've got a whole jar of honey. Don't eat too much.
Okay. Sunny will just like dip her hand in and like just start like licking up the honey.
It's quite good, isn't it? That is the Ironbark Farm Standard.
It is very sticky, yes.
Well, isn't all honey?
Probably. I haven't tried all honey though.
Oh, funny. I thought you might try it since, you're into brewing. Isn't that where mead is made?
I've never tried to make mead.
Hmm.
I'm currently
Something to
working
think
on my
about.
theory on microbrew.
Ah, I'd love to hear about it.
I'll let you try some. Why are we going so fast? What is this nonsense?
I'm not sure.
We have to make it before the sun gets, and she puts her hands up to try to. She says, "We only have a short time left. How far are we from Pieta?"
Oh, he's close.
Okay,
Everybody lives in town, pretty much,
perfect.
except for Rip. Okay. Pieta is also sleeping. I'm assuming you go to the window. Who needs a door when we have a window?
Wait!
Pieta,
Peter!
Huh? You break in from my window. What are you doing?
it didn't break your window. You can open it yourself.
Oh, hey, what's up, guys?
Hello,
Hey.
good morning.
We have
Hey,
to
good
get to
morning.
Rips very, very quickly. Can you grab your stuff and jump on the horse behind Stony?
Okay, a few minutes.
No. And she's gonna jump through the window onto Pieta's bed and start jumping on it. Get on the horse, on the horse, on the horse.
Aunt May opens the door and sees all this commotion, and she just closes it and steps back.
We're missing some of your audio, Daniel.
Yeah,
I said,
we don't
no,
hear.
wait! I feel breakfast! I smell as I'm being dragged.
I have honey.
My honey.
Oh.
So, does Pieta go willingly?
No. He's like trying to reach out to things. Man,
Okay.
can you make me a plate?
Stony is going to use his telepathic mage hand to grab him by the scruff and toss like maybe like bits of clothes to like just like throw it on him.
Okay.
Put those on. We're going somewhere. Though Fern hasn't explained it, I am certain it's not a prank this time, though I am wary.
No, it is not a prank, and I will explain it to you as soon as Pieta gets on the horse.
Hey, let me just grab my things. He grabs his like little satchel and then like looks at Stony and Fern and like makes a bolt dash to the kitchen and tries to grab like a piece of bread or something. And then comes back. Oh, I'm here. Let's go. And then jumps off on the horse through the window.
Okay.
Okay. We're on the horses.
All right. So the woman that we helped yesterday.
Oh, Nimbus.
Yes, she is Fae. And she's a long way from home. I don't know why she's here, but she seems to be trying to find something. And that something is connected to this forest. So I have told her that since she wasn't very successful on her own in the forest, it would be safer for her if we all went together and, well, we can help her find what she's looking for and she can help us find what we're looking for. But she has to leave very quickly. And I don't know what is behind her. Fae are unpredictable, and usually you can't really trust them, but I think we can trust her. I just don't know if we can trust who she's working for or why she's here. So I need your help to make sure that we don't do anything silly.
You want us to do something silly?
Well, sure. I mean, it sounds like she is here on the bidding of someone else. I don't know who this someone else is. And if they're also Fae, then the reasons they're here could be anything.
Hmm.
So this is
Well-
all said like yelling back and forth across on a gallop, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Trying
No
not
problem.
to like scream it so that the entire town is listening, but just like
Right.
enough that it's over the hooves.
The spiders, the weird purple things, and the fae are all connected together.
I don't know how much though. The weird purple things do seem to be connected to the spiders. It's possible that the Fae are trying to find the same things we are. Although why they're interested in the source of all these spiders is maybe a little concerning.
Quite alarming.
So Pieta's like finishing up his food. I rolled a animal handling check to see if I like bit my lip or something or bit my tongue. I rolled a 9, so I think I'm my cheek.
Okay. You're treating yourself like a pet. No problem. Yeah. Bite your cheek.
A little bit.
So you guys gallop up. Now, Rip, you definitely hear somebody galloping up to your house. Pocket would come to the front door as the horses come sliding to a stop. What is all this? What? Stony?
Oh, hello, Pocket.
Good
We're here
morning.
on urgent... Oh, yes, good morning. Have you had breakfast?
Oh, and Rip, is your guest still
Yes,
here?
we've
Hey, how's it going?
Good morning. Good morning, all. Welcome back, I suppose. Rip is out back. fidgeting with something, and I'm trying to hold the little green woman, but she's preparing to leave.
Yes. I'd like to speak to her before she goes, if we can go see her.
Yes, of course. Of course. Come right through. And he opens the door for you.
I'm gonna try to usher everyone in.
As we do
Okay.
that, I whisper to Fern, "You should have tied her up. This would have been way easier."
I'm trying to keep her on our good side, Sunny.
Oh. Well,
Do
still.
not anger a fae.
Puckett tells Stony, perhaps you should go collect Rip.
Oh, yes. Rip! Rip!
He's around the back, so you're going to have to go back there.
Okay.
I'm sorry, they're around the back.
Stoney's gonna walk to the back, see what's going on.
You're not wearing your goggles going around back.
He's as soon as he detects magic, he will put him down.
Okay, so he'll see. Given that there's spiders, Rip won't be too far into the wood, you know. But you see Rip lying prone, flat on their back, just like a couple of trees in. And if you look really closely, you can see that the ground outlining their body is just very faintly glowing with the light the same color as the weave. And as you put it on, you'll see light in the same color of the weave is just Rip's entire body is encased in this light, and there is streams shooting out in like almost like lightning bolts out away from their body, going up trees. Every natural thing it touches also like fully encased in this light of the weave. And you'll see if you look up into like trees, you'll see that any living beings that are being touched by this light are also encased in the light, but as they fly off, it kind of fades from their body. And Rip's just lying there, eyes closed,
Rip!
breathing.
Rip!
What? Oh, hey, Stony.
What is going on? What is all this? I've never seen anything like this before.
Like
It's
what?
so fascinating. And you're encased in this glowing magical energy. What is happening?
I don't know, looks pretty normal to me. Oh, did you see like around me the ground was like glowing a little bit?
Yes, that.
Yeah, that's some of the older druids, they call it like attunement or like setting your intention. But like in the mornings we like to talk to nature and just like let her know, you know, what we're about for that day and like what we plan to do. And it they always say Cedar always says that when you do that in the morning, nature listens to you better. So I try to do it in the mornings as much as I can.
Wonderful. Wonderful. That's amazing. That's incredible. This is how you bond with nature. I must write this down. I've never read anything about this in my books before. Oh, this is totally magical. No pun intended there.
Yeah. Does it look
maybe
cooler with the goggles?
Yes. No. Well, yes and no. Both. It looks cool either way.
Cool.
With one, I can see details. When I see
yeah.
you this way, I can see the wheel of the earth bend around you and feed into your magical energy source, like charging a catalyzer. Yes.
Cool.
That's exactly what I need. That's it. Rip, I think that's it. I need a catalyzer. Something by which I can force a conduit through me into the very existence of this world. That's it.
Well, I don't know what a conduit is, but sounds
The
good.
conduit.
Have you had breakfast?
Yes, I have. I have
Oh,
had
good.
breakfast, but I am feeling a little peckish. Are you still
Oh, well,
hungry? I have some honey, though.
I could grab some food before we go grab the others. Pocket made like a full breakfast. We can go grab some food.
Oh, excellent! Second breakfast.
Yeah. And we'll go back inside through the rear door.
So tell
Okay.
me, as we're walking through. So tell me, what do you feel as you're lying there? Do you feel peace, serenity, green?
Green. Not really feel any colors. That time there was a rock poking into my back. That was kind of annoying. Um, but I thought about trees and plants and animals and mushrooms and
Trees,
rocks,
plants, animals, rocks, mushrooms,
rivers,
rivers.
fish,
Oh, yes.
campfires,
While this is
you.
happening, back inside, um, Nimbus is pacing around when you walk in, Fern, and she's saying to Clips, It's time. We've got to go. I don't know how much longer we can be here. Uh, Clips, what do you think?" And he's kind of looking at her, and it's clear that the dog understands all of her words. He's uh, but as you walk in, she spins and sees you. You made it. I can't believe you. Uh, you made it on time.
Well, I knew how important it was. We're all here. Um, Stony went to go grab Rip from out back, but they'll be here in just a second. Um, I tried
No,
to explain to them,
Yes.
and well, I think that they agree. Yes?
Yeah.
You'll be doing
They
me
were much more enthusiastic earlier, I promise.
Yeah,
Philip is
Pieta
very
and
confused, but I will say yes.
Pieta
Huh?
and Sonny look like they're just barely awake, and hair's disheveled, and uh, Sonny still has grass like stuck on her back and stuff from falling out the window. Fern, you're really the only one in this room who knows what the heck you're talking about. Uh,
Well, they would be enthusiastic if they were fully awake right now, but
these be other mortals.
yes.
I'll walk up to her and hold out my honey hand and be like, "Hi, I'm Sunny."
She backs up a little bit. How can we be trusting you?
Well, we all had a part in saving you.
And we chose not to tie you up this morning to build trust.
I.
Huh?
The dog looks.
No, we have no intention of tying you up.
You couldn't do it if you tried.
Well,
But where are the others? I
I
must be seeing. I need to see into you, to your souls, to your intentions. I'll wait till they're all here, and then we'll go.
well, if we look out the window, we might see them.
Yep, we're yapping away.
At this moment, they come walking from the back, and rivers and trees and
Salad
fly.
Oh,
and
salads. Okay.
porridge.
Oh dear.
Porridge.
Dandelion.
You
Oh,
two,
okay.
through here, through the window.
Ah,
Quickly.
going through all the windows today, I see.
Well, they are much quicker than doors. In.
Hmm, I should write that down. Oh, Sony comes in through the
Pocket
window.
also is standing there on the side, just watching and waiting. And you see this as soon as everybody's in the room. This little green woman makes some motions with her hands, slow motions, like she's squeezing and crafting something. And as she sets her hands down, you can feel that she cast a spell. Is anybody doing anything to stop this or distract her or anything like that? Good.
Stony is
Pocket
watching in fascination.
Perfect. You see with your goggles, it kind of pulses out from in between her hands, washes over everyone, and then reflects back to this little green woman. And what she's doing is casting Detect Evil and Good. Is anyone in here, would it set off any alarms? That means if anyone in here is evil, not neutral, but evil. Actually, it only tells you if there's an aberration, celestial, elemental, fey, fiend, or undead. So that's the spell that she's using. But she's trying to figure out if any of you are mean her harm.
She would get a read on Grim in my hands.
Okay. As she does this, her brow furrows, and the dog stands up and stares right at Grim, and they both kind of pace to one side.
I
What
whispered
be
again.
that?
Did you do something, Grim?
Be that creature.
This is just Grim, my puppet.
Oh no. I see you be Trixie. Trixie. That be a creature. That's no puppet. That's no mere dead thing.
Huh?
It's alive?
Yeah, you're saying that thing's more than a puppet?
His insults
I'll
have been
not be
real?
speaking. I'll
Nice
not be
try.
speaking my words in front of that.
We can put Grim outside.
He's
Yes?
part of the group too, right, Grim?
I mean, I think it's...
He's kinda.
No.
Pardon me. What? What do you mean? What do you mean? What do you mean? What do you mean? What? So Grim. What Grim? You? What do you think? What do you think Grim is? What do you think Grim is? Nimbus. I know that's your name. Please elaborate.
Creature be undead? Or not quite? Not quite. I don't know. Can't
Sane.
say.
Sane.
Yes.
Is this true? I mean, what is going on?
Have you been practicing necromancy?
No. I would never. I mean, like, I did sew him together from dead animal parts, but. And, like, he talks all the time. I don't know why you guys are so surprised by this.
Huh.
Nimbus, what
I
about Grim makes you nervous?
it be pretending, isn't it? It be pretending not to be alive, but it is. And it's listening, and it's watching. Now, she points directly at Grim. If you be in accord, you must make the same agreement as the rest of us. You'll not be cheating me. You'll not be grabbing me from behind, no.
Grim,
Take Grim's head and shake it. So it's like he's nodding.
All right.
we'll keep an eye
She's-
on him.
I
Okay.
have so many questions, but I'll
Let's
save
go
them
back.
for later.
She spits into her hand. This be binding. And she sticks out her hand to Fern first.
Do
Fern
we
spits in
spit?
her hand and holds out hers to shake.
Right. She does the same to Stony.
An agreement with the Fae. How invigorating and exciting. Uh, um, it's really gross. He's never he doesn't spit a lot, so this was very hard for him to do. But he holds out his hand with a big glob.
She kind of grits her teeth and shakes her tiny hand into yours, and then she wipes it on your shirt.
My, that was very unpleasant. Why do we do this?
Oh, bro.
We can do it in spit, or we can do it in blood.
I
thought
prefer
this would be
spit.
quicker. She
Mhm,
spits in
yes.
her hand, offers it to Rip.
You
Can't
mean
hear you.
Rip, yeah, Rip licks their palm and sticks it out.
Oh,
That works.
that was much wiser. I should have done
She
that.
does the same to Pieta.
Oh gosh. I mean, I guess I could use a little bit of blood. No, I shouldn't. Okay. Here you go. What are we agreeing to again?
You're agreeing that neither of us will harm the other. That
Oh, okay, yeah.
neither of us will. Fine. And then she offers to Sunny.
Sunny looks at her hand and takes the mummified raccoon paw and uses the claw to scratch incision along her hand. And so it's bleeding a little bit and then offers that out.
She sighs. I didn't want to bleed anymore. She bites her hand and shakes yours. And then she turns her attention to Grim. Aye, and you'll be swearing as well, or you'll not be allowed to stay. She reaches out her hand to Grim. What does Sunny do?
I go to reach for Grimm's arm so I can try to offer the arm up.
As you grab the arm, it pulls out of your hand and sticks its hand out.
Sorry.
She shakes it. You guys see the little red pebble in its eye just flash. Just a gleam. Catches the light somehow.
Oh, so it's true. Oh.
We're
Oh,
gonna have to
Aye.
talk about that
And
later.
now you're bound. We all be bound by this agreement. So, you said you'd be helping me. What did you want to know?
Well, I would love to know who you are here on behalf of and what interest they or you have in our forest.
Oh, I forgot. She also offers to shake with Pocket, who's there, and he agrees. I'll not be saying her name. But
What
I'll
does
call her.
she go by?
I'll just say my mistress, if that be fine with you.
Okay.
I'm here to find the whys of the interference. Although my explanation was not to be as successful as I hoped.
Interference.
Aye,
Is it detected in the Fae as well?
me mistress be one with the wilds, and she felt an odd pulling at the web of magic and the green all about. This pulling, she weened, was of a nature that felt crooked and fell. She, being all types of fell, may knows one what takes one, if you be knowing what to be meaning. She says there be foul work afoot, and it ain't no pulling from the green, no, but it's what's affecting the green, and wider, and more even. This is the tug I be sent to spy and glean.
I see. Do you have an idea of the source?
I never. She'll be calling me home now, most like a failure. A stiff finger in the eyes would I be, a false coin.
Well, you can tell her that you have more resources now and to give you more time.
Her eyes flash a little bit and she smiles. Aye, and you'll be working with me. Is that the deal you'd like to craft?
The deal is that we won't hurt you and that we will come along with you.
And I'm to lead, am I?
Well, for now.
I can tell you what I felt. This pulling. It's all about. It pulls and tugs. It comes and goes. And every time it be coming, its pull be strong. Can you feel it now yourself?
Stony, have you felt this?
Not so much felt, but rather seen evidence. We've all seen evidence of, what's the word? Desecration of the sort. Particularly those unnatural things that we saw. Those purple, gangly, weird, lanky things. Certainly not supposed to be in the forest.
What do you be talking about?
I be talking about the monstrosities that have shown. They're quite tall, about to the ceiling, perhaps a bit more. They've got these little things, and then they've got these claws and eyes that are dark as the night, and
You
they
not
seem
be
to be.
mentioning spiders, no.
Well, there are certainly spiders, but I
Must be
think the
something
strangest
else.
thing were those. Darn it! If I had only known the names, I could look in a monster manual.
You
Well,
Monster Manuel. uh,
well,
who be
Sunny's or
talking?
while Sunny's talking, I will go ahead and cast a minor illusion of the monster I remember seeing. It'll be like only a 5 foot tall version, but I'm gonna really concentrate on like the characteristic Stony was describing since I kind of only saw like a flash in the night, but try to
Right.
craft that
Ah,
right in
I'm
front
gonna
of her.
use my own minor illusion to add to Sunny's since I think I rolled a higher perception on those guys and had some previous experience. So I'll use my own minor illusion cantrip to
Okay.
add to it, add a little detail.
And
So
I'll be like,
Sonny's is kind of a blobby silhouette, and Rips superimposes on it, and you see some details emerging out of the silhouette. What were you going to say, Pieta?
I was gonna say, and then I input it. Yeah, and it had the arms, and it was like kind of skinny, and the little eyes, and just like trying to recall what he saw too.
yes. It's exactly as Peter is saying.
But the bulginess had like a belly or like a butt.
Yes, the
I really don't know.
bulginess.
I know this creature.
Is it
These are
Faye?
Keep that word out of your mouth, lassie. Those what call us with that word don't really understand what it means, no. But these creatures, they're called the Ettercap.
Baseball cap?
Ettercaps.
What is baseball?
What's Etzer cap? Etzer cap.
Ettercap.
How do you spell that? E-T-T-E-R.
She spells it in Sylvan.
Ah.
Yes.
Would
He's like
take
looking
Stony's
around.
paper and kind of
And lucky you be not to have run afoul of him, or did you?
We were able to avoid them. Are they from this plane?
Some be, but they can travel if they're allowed to. If the Ettercap be roaming about, the pull be stronger than I originally thought. Maybe even stronger than my mistress thought. And,
Why would that be the case?
well, we don't know yet, do we? If the Ettercap be roaming these forests, then who knows what else might be?
Yes.
Are there cracks? Be there cracks between your world and mine? And others?
Oh,
There must
Sometimes
be.
there are intentional cracks.
Aye,
Are
but
these
the
intentional?
Ettercap cannot make their own cracks. They cannot make their own doorways.
who or what has enough power to make a doorway? And apparently windows are easier than doorways, so who could do that?
Well,
Aye,
we
many,
can.
many can do such things.
Yes. In my hometown, we used to open doorways often.
Well, I'm afraid we'd best be going. We best get on the look, on the hunt, before more Ettercaps or even worse things come through or appear, or perhaps they're about. We must be
Bef-
at our sharpest. And with
before we
that, the dog
go,
sits up.
before we go, have you ever heard of the Spider Queen?
Say not her name. Never.
So you have.
Aye.
Be they your mistress?
Oh, the spirits above and below. What do you take me for, lass?
I just want to make sure.
Answer is no. We be not associated with. She looks around. The Black Weaver.
I'm glad to hear that. Neither are we.
What do you know about this weaver?
Uh, Best not to talk about her at the moment. But
Oh,
perhaps I can share a little more later.
Best not to be saying her name, lass. Best not to be mentioning her. They say she's got ears in every doorway.
They say many things about her. And I am not convinced that she doesn't have a hand in what's happening now. But that is here nor there. We have somewhere to be, yes?
I don't know where that be, but we've got a search to perform. Even my mistress would not say the name of the Black Weaver.
Must you let your mistress know that you'll be staying longer?
She knows. She knows where I am. She knows where I be at all times.
Is it some sort of magical connection?
I'd rather
Oh.
not speak about my mistress. She can be quite. What is the word the mortals use?
Mm.
Ruthless.
Ruthless. Well, I wouldn't want to garner her ire, even though I don't know anything about her. Right then. I suppose I have one question as well. We are all trying to get rid of the spiders from the forest, yes? Nimbus, that was mostly a question directed towards you. But if there is anyone else here that does not want to do that, speak now.
Well, I don't really care about the spiders. I got to tell you, I they're they're just beasts.
It
But
does.
So what is your goal?
To
are
find the
you
source.
listening, lad? What are you listening to my words, lad?
Right, well, just that there weren't many details really presented.
Searching for the pull, the tug. What more
Right.
can I tell you?
Uh, Literally anything. But you know what? I've gone off of fewer details. We'll figure it out on the way.
Stony, I think should we be successful in finding the pool, finding the source, finding the break, we will find that the spiders will follow suit.
I just thought I'd make certain of that. Okay, now I'm ready.
Then I've got questions for you. The deal must go both ways, aye?
Yes.
Nay then. My mistress says many changes have occurred here in this ancient part of the world, this mortal realm you call home. Many, many changes. But I've never been here before.
Yeah, there's a new tavern. Did you see it?
I did not. But
Yeah.
that's not
It's
my
like
goal.
a new road.
Yeah. A lot of new roads.
Yes, and new buildings. I'm not sure if I quite like it yet.
And was all of the green removed for the buildings?
Some was, yes. It is a shame.
Wait, green? Do you mean the forest?
All of the green.
Oh, yeah, the loggers have been like going crazy out there.
It
The
seems
lockers be there.
since we have left, we've only recently returned. It seems that there has been much more destruction of the green. And I'm not entirely sure where it'll end.
This be a worry. This be a strong worry.
It
For if the
is.
green is gone or injured to such a degree, then we will have no more sway. My mistress will attempt to remedy, and you won't want her coming here. You will not.
Well, if there's a solution where we can restore the forest, then I'm all for it.
Time, but it has to be the will of the mortals here and there. Now,
Well, I am mortal, and that is my will.
well, that's one of you, ain't it?
Yeah, me too. I hate that they tore down so much forest.
Two.
Yes, it is an eyesore to have such an egregious mar on our delicate forests. I agree. Let us stop this nonsense. We can get our building materials elsewhere.
So, they're chopping down the trees, be they? Anything else that you can tell me? I need all of the information, and I don't have any. It wasn't long after I arrived that the spiders were all about.
Hmm. No. Well,
If
What
you guys would
stone?
like to make a history check, things that you've seen, heard.
Rolled a 2 for a total of 1.
Sonny's not even paying attention.
A 6. I
But
just got
Grim
here.
is.
11.
Okay.
15.
Okay.
10.
Right. I am rolling for our friend Grim. Nope, he says nothing. Somebody got a 15? Who was that? Oh, Fern. You can tell this person, Nimbus, about not just the strip that you guys went up, but there's another one to the south, and there's also a road where they're that goes off into the hills that that they expanded the mine that people are working in. Although Stoney's mother, I think, mentioned it in the tavern, she's not working in it. There are more windmills. They have dammed up the creek to a larger degree, and they're running more mills on it. And the croplands have expanded, and also the hadrosaur herds have been ramped up. They're trying to spread out. So really, the whole area that used to be very green and like nature everywhere is being taken over by civilization.
Um, the town has made its mark ever since ever since we connected with Imon. This town has grown significantly, and with that has come mines and mills and dams, and everything is overrun by people. Even the critters of the forest seem to have fled.
I don't know exactly what to do. I don't feel the pull unless it's tugging, and I don't feel it right now. I don't know which way to go. I'm afraid that my mistress will be quite unhappy, but all I can do is try. But I must go now. I waited long enough. We've made a pact. Are you coming?
Yes.
There
Then
is
let us go.
one more thing. I'm so sorry. I wasn't sure if I should mention this, but there was something strange here 2 days ago that I witnessed, and these friends of mine have witnessed as well. Though it was slight, and I'm not so sure, but there was a point above our town where the weave looked frayed, like a frayed rope. The fractals looked wrong. Now, I'm not exactly sure what sort of thing that might do to happen, why that would occur. It's been racking my brain these days. Been pondering this question, but many things are interconnected. Tell me, where did you feel the pull the most? Deep in the forest? Or was it closer to town?
Nay, that's where I entered the mortal realm, deep in the forest.
Hmm.
I was pulled. I don't know which direction, 'cause I don't know where the town be. But I felt the pull, like a pulse, like a wave coming through the forest. Before I could do too much, I was captured. But if it pulses again, if it pulls on me, I'll feel it. I'll feel it.
Yes, feelings. And magic. Feelings and magic. Right. Okay.
What you're
That is all.
describing? What you're describing about your town is decay. It's ruin.
Sorry. Decay, ruin? That does not seem likely at all. In fact, the town is flourishing. It's growing, albeit with not so great force.
Well,
Decay. Decay, you say?
unless it's not
Say.
decaying, but being taken. Maybe it's being bound, captured, and removed.
That would take a lot of power.
Aye.
Taken? Removed?
Does the person who we don't speak of have that much power?
Nay.
Not
No.
even them?
You're speaking of a god, and they don't travel these roads. They're not allowed. They have bound themselves on the other side. But if there's a rift, they could come through.
Well, even if they don't come through, they have been known to influence things.
Oh, aye. Aye.
Well, you say that you must go, and we will come with you. Where are we headed?
I'm not sure. I don't know. Maybe we go to the logging camp. Maybe we go to the town, or the dams, or the mine, or the mills. I don't know. I don't know.
Why don't we go to the dams? Water is always a good place to start, in my opinion.
I'll not be seen by more mortals.
Do you have
Must
a
go in
glamour?
disguise. I'll just fly very high, out of sight, don't you know? And clips can run alongside your big beasts.
Do you have a glamour you can wear?
I don't, not in the mortal realm, no.
Well, how will we follow you if you're very high in the sky?
I'll be following you. You take me to the dams you mentioned.
Fair enough.
Let's go
Oh,
now. And she darts out the door and flies off. And the
Mysteries
hound
upon
trots over to
mysteries.
the door. And the door's closed, and the hound just poof, disappears. And you hear it barking from outside.
wow.
Take 6 tins of food from pocket, and shove it into my backpack. Thanks, Pa.
Okay.
To the horses, then.
Let's
Okay.
go.
But
Yes.
where did she have the name of the beast written at her cap written in Sylvan?
She just spelled it out loud in Sylvan.
Okay, it's not like it doesn't stay permanently, right?
No, but she just said it. She just said the words and the letters
wrote
in
it down.
Sylvan. Yeah. I think so did Stony. They wrote it.
Oh, okay. Never mind.
Header cap. Okay, so she and the dog are outside. Rip pockets all the food, and
Keep it safe.
right. What's the plan?
Well, is 2 horses enough for all 6 of us?
Well, Grim can ride with you and
Okay.
one other of us. And, well, we might need one more horse.
I look over at Stony.
What?
Do
Oh,
you have another horse?
I mean,
yes.
if Clips would let me,
I mean, no.
I don't
I mean,
think
yes.
so.
Uh,
I could
well,
run alongside the horses. That
there may be enough room for 3 of us.
It's
Stony,
literally a 5-minute ride down to Stony's to get another horse.
Yeah.
So y'all could, and it's on the way.
all right. If we'll go by your farm, Stony, why don't you hop on up here for now and we'll grab another.
Oh, certainly.
Are you okay?
I am fine. I am just, I am racking my brain around these confounding mysteries. We must get to the bottom of this.
I agree.
Yeah. I don't really understand any of what she said, but I'm sure we'll figure it out eventually.
That is what is so extremely vexing. Nothing of what she said is making any sense whatsoever.
I think it makes a lot of sense. And Fern it clicks her heels on the side of the horse to get going.
Okay.
Sunny,
guys
did
are
you
going back
know
to-
that Grim was alive?
I look down at Graham and back at you. Yeah, of course. He's always been alive. Talk to him all the time.
what do you guys talk about?
Um, Everything. I tell him my hopes and fears and dreams, and he usually just says, suck it up, do better kind of deal. But the usual.
Oh yeah, the usual, right?
When did he start talking?
He's talked to you all the time, like even years ago when we were at the competition.
Yes, but when did he start talking?
I guess when I first sewed him together.
So somehow you have given this puppet life.
Or, rather, something has found life inside the puppet. Or at least that is what I think.
That is concerning.
It's just Graham.
Sunny, do you feel ill?
I check my forehead. I mean, I had a lot of honey this morning, so I'm a bit queasy.
But otherwise you feel fine?
Yeah.
You're not getting the sudden urge to fire a bolt of energy directly at, let's say, Pieter and harm him.
Sunny?
I don't want to harm Pieta.
And
That's gonna be crazy.
none of us either. Like, none of us.
I mean, if you're there's like a strange energy that I feel within me, but I would never harm you. I'm sorry if I made you think that way.
No, certainly not. I am not concerned. And this is... Well, it is curious, but I am not concerned, at least for the moment. Though I am worried about you in particular, because, well, Sunny, I don't think that you're a sorcerer.
You just told me last night I was.
Well, yes, I said that you might be. I think you might be the other thing. Though I'm
What's
not
the other
sure.
thing?
They are called uh, warlocks, and they make binding pacts with beings that are far more powerful than themselves in order to borrow some of their magical energies. However, you have not made any pact, or unless you don't remember. But why don't you remember?
You're talking nonsense. Grim, I don't. Why is he like this? I'm perfectly fine, right, Grim?
Wait, didn't we meet you and didn't you say you don't remember? Yeah, she didn't remember the last 5 years, huh? Well, that checks out, doesn't it?
Something strange is going on here, and yes, well, I think that if you are not concerned, then I shall not be. For I have many things to be concerned over now. Decay. Bound. Fraying edges. What is happening?
So you guys make it to Stony's. And you're saddling up a horse. And Stony, you find something that has been pinned with a nail to the inside of one of the stables. It's a scrap of paper.
I pull it and see what it says.
Yeah. Well, it says, go back where you came from. Get your noses out of it, or you and your families will pay.
Rude.
What you got there, Sony?
He crumples up the letter and stuffs it in his pocket.
Okay?
The letter or the piece of paper?
Paper.
The piece of paper.
What?
Nothing.
What's on that?
Oh, just a note from my mother reminding me to feed the horses once they're done.
All right. Well, which horse are we taking?
I'm sorry, what? What did you say?
We're here to pick up a horse, right?
What horse?
Yes. Here. Take this one. This one is healthier
Okay.
than the others. And Stony, you will ride with me. Sunny, do you want to ride with Rip?
Can I ride with you, Rip?
Sure.
You're leading the
Um,
horse because I don't know how.
Okay.
I'm not very good with it.
And Pieta, are you okay riding alone?
Sure.
All right. Well, let's go find the dam.
Okay. It's very close. It's blocks away. So you guys jog your horses over there. The dog is with you. Every once in a while, the dog will just disappear and appear like 30 feet ahead, just jogging along with you. He doesn't do it when other people are around to see, but you see him do it. And then when you get to the dam, it was a pond that was dammed up with one mill, and it was maybe like this in the very first scene of our very first episode. We mentioned it, and there's a little bridge across. It's maybe 50 feet across then. Now it's 150 feet wide. The old windmill has been taken down and pushed back out into what was a field. There's a series of dams now, and each one has a windmill and a big wheel on it. It looks like it's closer to twice as wide as it was, and the The pool is shorter. Doesn't look like there are any fish in it anymore. At least not here, but maybe downstream. So there's a lot of stuff going on.
Whoa.
So you arrive at the dam. Dams. And the little green woman comes down from really high up.
Do you feel anything?
I don't. Not now. I don't feel it. And then as she says that, her whole body like jerks and her eyes go wide. You see her like get pulled from where she was. And she gets pulled in the direction of kind of the north part of town, like just jerked. She says, there it was. It be pulling. Can you feel it? And she grabs on tight to the side of the windmill that she's perched on. And you see it pull on her a little bit more.
Should we follow it?
Aye, aye. And she takes off. She flies up high. The dog, let me see if the dog felt it. Yeah, the dog, you saw the dog shift as well. So he starts running back across the little bridge and heading in the direction that the pull was coming from.
Well, we can't lose him.
Do we feel anything, or we just are witnessing this?
You don't feel it.
Okay. Yeah. Keep following. Let's go.
Yeah, let's follow her.
Okay.
Stony, can you
We take-
see anything?
Hmm? What? I'm sorry. What are we looking for?
Stony, are you okay?
I'm quite all right. I've never felt better in my life.
You're a terrible liar.
I am a fantastic liar. I mean, I never lie. I don't lie about things.
Something is troubling you, and it's making me worried.
Yeah, I was gonna question him on the road, but like he's totally lying right now.
I'm quite fine. I am just anxious about getting this whole mission over.
Fern is going to kick the horse so that it goes faster and she gets ahead of everyone else and they can't hear him talk as much. Stony, what is going on?
Nothing is going on.
Don't
What
lie to
the
me,
going
Stony.
on? I already told you that I'm not lying.
Well, you are, so stop trying.
Well, what are you going to do about it?
Well, I hope I can help you. What is wrong?
I've got it under control.
Well, I suppose that remains to be seen, Stony. You don't have to do everything by yourself, you know that.
I know that. I know these things. I am a genius after all. I can handle anything. Anything that's thrown at me. Yes.
Even a genius needs more strands in the rope to be stronger.
Fine. Don't say anything. What I'm going to do is I'm going to put something in this sack on the horse. And later, you may go to it and grab what is inside. There you will see what it is I am so worried about. Fair enough?
Fair.
For now, let us continue. Like nothing is wrong.
Nothing is. And she will slow back down to the normal trot so that everyone can catch up.
Okay. The dog is running ahead and you guys are following. And then when you get like to the north edge of town, it stops, it sniffs the air, It turns in a circle. And it looks up as this little green woman flies back down. She says, it isn't. We be not feeling it. It stopped
Well-
again.
Well, you said it kind of comes and goes.
Aye, but I was hoping it would stay longer so we could track it down.
Well, that's okay. Maybe we can just, I don't know, wait here a little bit, see if it comes back.
Where are we?
Good question. You are on the north edge of town on a road that leads off into the mountains. This road is a fairly new road that only, well, you guys would know it leads to the mine. Stony has probably traveled this road, and maybe Fern, but the mine is a good day away, if that's where this pull is taking you. So it's not like you're going to just walk over to it right now. Well, she does say, so, where be this road leading?
I don't know. This one's new.
I think they built a mine recently. It's in that direction, so perhaps this road leads to that.
Stony, your mother has worked in the mine on and off for years. It was no more than a cart path back then, and she would, go work the mine and try to almost like panning for gold type of thing, but she would be digging. And sometimes she struck silver or copper or something, and she would occasionally make a little money on it, but it wasn't what she was always doing. That's why she's so strong, because she's a miner and a blacksmith. But her main job is running the farm. But she would go off every once in a while. You've been with her when you were a little guy a few times, but it's a long trip, and she didn't want to take you that often because, it's not really a place for kids. And so, but now it's not a cart track anymore. It's a road. Looks like it's fairly well used.
Is it pulling you that way?
It pulled me here. This is as far as it got. She goes down to Clips and she pets his head and she starts talking to him in Sylvan and she's like, do you feel it, Clips? Do you feel it any longer? And Clips walks in circles and scratches the ground but doesn't know what to do.
Should we continue in this direction just slowly to see if you feel? Were you feeling a pull or a tug?
What's the difference?
I don't know. You
Yes,
were
what is
just
the difference?
before you were describing pulls and tugs, so I got
To me, it's
confused.
the same.
Oh, okay. So continue this way until maybe you feel it, but we'll go slow so you can try to catch whatever's pulling at you.
Okay. So she perches on top of the dog and they jog forward. But after a while, nothing happens. They're not feeling it. And the dog kind of starts walking in circles again. But we don't know. I suppose we'll have to wait.
Mhm.
I don't know what to tell the mistress.
You said it's connected to the forest?
She is. She felt the tugging from across the green in all directions.
Okay. And Fern is going to sit down on the ground and start trying to recreate the blue light that she has made in the past when she has felt the most connected to the Archheart, and try to entreat some helpful form from that spirit.
Okay. The Archheart is who you pray to very rarely, right? But
Uh,
you have connected to the Archheart in the past. How often do you pray to the Archheart?
Since the blue light, much more often.
Okay.
Yes. She had forsaken it after she had left her hometown, because she was running away from it. But since that happened, she has reconnected.
So, you're not a cleric. You have nothing in particular to tie you, like, mechanically to any gods.
Nope.
So,
She's
what
just
would you like
tried.
to do? Would you like to roll a religion check or something else?
Um, I think she would like to roll religion.
Okay, so let's see what Fern does. Can you describe the process? Like, do you go off alone? Do you just sit right in the road? What's going on?
I think she starts off by sitting in the middle of the road and then realizes that that's probably not ideal. So she, um, are there trees to the side, like on both sides of the road?
Yeah.
Okay, so then she is going to go to her most comfortable, tried and true spot. She's going to climb one of the trees and sit on one of the branches and try to just tune out everything else. And she's going to start making that cat's cradle with her fingers, trying to tug on strings and praying, and hoping that she will make some kind of connection.
Right.
And she rolled a 14.
Not bad. So, what are the rest of you doing while Fern is climbing a tree?
Um, Sunny is also going to hop down from the horse, and she is going to gracefully fall to the ground, face on the ground, hands splayed out. Grim is still kind of cocked under one arm, though. And I'm going to use Tremor Sense and just start listening to the ground for any kind of movement around me.
Okay. All right. Anyone else doing anything in particular?
Rip's been thinking about all this disruption of nature and the removal of trees and the interruption of water flow and all this, and is going to start looking for pine cones and acorns and pecans and essentially tree seeds, and just kind of druid craft blooming them. So taking a fist and setting the seed or pine cone on the ground, taking their fist and kind of using it to like hammer it into the ground, and as they come back up, a little sprig from the tree pops back up. Just walking around doing a few of those.
Easily done. You know exactly what trees have seeds on them at this time of year. You find ripe seeds and you just start making them sprout. Are you looking for a pattern or anything, or are you calling on any specific deities or the earth
Not,
itself?
I am
Or are you just
speaking.
like idly messing with plants?
Well, part of it is idly messing with plants because I'm like, Fern's got this. I don't need to. Fern has a plan, and Fern's plan will be great. So I'm going to go plant some stuff and have a little conversation in my heart with nature about how we can start getting some things restored. I don't know. It's probably more of a one-sided conversation. Me just saying,
Okay.
I'm going to do this, And I bet Pocket probably has some influence with some of the townspeople. And maybe they can get some people planting some trees too. Oh, I can write them up a planting plan, a calendar. Just goes around kind of popping
Okay,
trees up here and there.
got it. And Stony Pieta, are you guys doing anything?
I am kind of just observing the area and seeing if I notice anything, if anything catches my eye.
All right.
Stony puts shoulder on Pietro's shoulder,
Whoa,
and I'm sorry for touching you without warning you,
it's
but
okay. Yeah, what's up?
I need you to hit me.
Huh? What? I, uh, listen, if it's about you lying earlier, it's fine. People lie all the time. You must have your
I
reasons. I
wasn't.
didn't. Okay. Hey, whoa. What's good? Hey.
No, no, you're right. I was lying,
Oh,
but don't tell anyone. I'm trying to keep it on the down low. But I sincerely need you to hit me.
um. Listen, I understand people have their reasons for lying sometimes, and we go back. So if you didn't want to tell me, if you wanted to tell me, tell me. If you haven't,
No, it's not about the lying. It's something else. Please, if you would, hit me square in the navel.
Stony, I don't think you know how. You don't think you realize how strong I am. I think you want me to hit you. Just maybe you want me to
I-
smack you in the back.
I would love it if you could just hit me. However hard you think I need to be hit, but please.
Yeta senses his resolve and kind of like stops mid sentence. All right, dear friend, if you say so. And he he kind of just focuses and centers and then reels back. Has this moment of, oh God, do I really want to? I mean, no.
Where
If I
is
had
it
to,
coming?
okay.
Hurry!
All right. Here. Okay. And he gives him. Let's see. What do I roll for this?
You don't need to roll the hit. He's just standing there asking for it. So it just depends if you want to do your full damage or half damage, or if you want to pull the punch.
Yeah. I'll do a half damage and to.
All right. So roll your full damage and then cut it in half.
Okay. Rolled a 6, so 3.
So 3 damage. As Pieta just pulls back a fist and boom, and you feel like he could have probably broken your spine if he wanted to, but he hits you hard enough that your wind goes out.
Oh,
Are you okay?
oh, oh, mm, oh, oh.
Did that? Is that? Did that
Thank
work?
you. Thank you, my dear friend.
You're welcome.
Mm.
He's very perplexed.
While this is going on right over Sunny's head, as she lays face down in the road, Sunny, what your tremor sense? Tell us about it. What does that do?
So, something I get because I'm a dwarf. If I am touching a natural or worked stone surface, so I'm thinking the road might count, then I have a range of 60 feet where I can just sense if there's other things within that area. And it lasts for 10 minutes. So I'm
All right. So
really
since the
sensitive.
road is not worked stone, it's basically just mud. You reach out your senses into it, and you can kind of feel that there's stone just under the surface, maybe 6 inches below the surface. You can feel that there's There's bedrock.
Mhm.
And you can feel the tiny movements of some worms nearby carving their way through the soil. But that's about it.
I'm trying really hard, and then I have this whole fight going on up above me. I'm like, what are you guys? I'm trying to listen to the rock, okay?
So sorry, Sonny. I am just trying to refocus, and Peter here was such a lovely dear to help me do such a thing. Whew. Oh, gods above, that hurt. Oh, my
Why don't you just drink
gods.
coffee or take a shot or something? That's what I do if I need to focus.
And you had coffee and or a shot with you?
Uh, I have a jar of beer.
Why would you? Never mind. I won't ask why you have a jar of beer with you. Or maybe I should. Why? Yeah, actually, why do you have a jar of beer with you?
Oh, well, it's, I kind of, my latest creation, been working on it.
Oh,
It's really good.
is it now?
Yeah.
Wait! No, now is not the time. I must be. I must search for answers. Yes, yes, that is what I must do. I shall try it another time, Sonny. And he frantically searches through his books to find answers.
Okay. Let's go back to Rip. Rip, you realize that you could definitely replant forest. With a couple of druids, you and a team of druids could easily do that. Maybe not as quickly as they're cutting it down, but pretty quickly. And so, yeah, that gives you some hope. The little green woman and her hound are just kind of watching all this and letting you do your thing. They're waiting. They seem like they're just feeling the air around them. Meanwhile, up in the tree, Fern. You know, clerics get this kind of thing just because they are clerics. And, but I love the idea that you're trying this. So you fall into your meditative state. What do you say to the Archheart? Can you? We can't hear you.
We can't hear you.
Sorry.
Sorry.
Okay. Something is ruining the beauty of nature here. Something is destroying what you have put in place. I don't know how to protect it. And I need your help. Any help. How can we save the beauty that lives here?
An image forms. It's a memory. It's kind of it's a memory not in sepia, like an old photo, but a memory drawn in blue. From something you overheard 5 years ago. You see the face of Duke Granbury talking with a female elf dressed in a cowl. You remember these people were at the competitions. You see them talking to each other. You remember you were there. But the words don't come. You remember seeing this conversation. All of you saw it. And then the vision fades away. And that's where we'll stop tonight's episode. On the road. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for watching. If you're watching our YouTube channel, thank you so much for giving us your time. We love you for it. This is episode 6. Actually, this is episode 12, I believe, because we had 6 level 0 episodes, and now we're at level 1. So this is our 12th show, but episode 6. All of them should be on YouTube, and our other stream called Dicey Decisions RPG Twist of Fate is currently streaming on Fridays, also being dumped on YouTube. So we're coming to you from the past, and thank you for watching us in the future. This is Zeros to Heroes signing off, and we'll see you next week. Same time, same channel. Good night, everybody.